Hello, welcome to the this video tutorials for Python, and in this video we'll be learning some more about PyCharm and like how to create project in PyCharm, and further we will go for learning basics of Python. So let's get started, and let's our Python is already opened, okay, and there is a basics project I have created, but I will tell you how to create this project. So to create this project, you need to click on this file icon and then click on the new project. Once you click on the new project, you will get this create project dialog box. Here, few things to notice. This is the location where our project will be created. So they are giving one dummy name. We can edit it as per our convenient. Okay, and PyCharm projects. This is also default directory gets created under my folder. So next we can see there is a new environment. So this is a virtual environment which is uh, this PyCharm is using. So it creates one virtual environment in which it installed uh, Python 3.9, but there is one another Python 3.9 is installed in our global environment, right? But it is not taking that global environment of 3.9, whatever packages or whatever whatever packages we have installed, like we have earlier installed, maybe we have different packages, so those packages will not be coming here. So it's a little bit confusing, might be the first time, so don't think about it. Just think this is a virtual environment, it's get created. I mean, this PyCharm will create a separate isolated environment in which it will run its code. Okay, so let's edit this name. I will create Python project. It is fine. Python project. Today's date. Let's give this project learning. Okay, and click on create. So it's saying like, do you want to open this project in this window or in the new window? So I'm saying no, I want to open this in this window only. So it will now open the project in the same window. Yeah. So there was another project, right? That got not that didn't got deleted, but it was there. If you want to see where it is, we can show you that as well. So if you right click on this project, I can see different options are there, like cut, copy. So whenever we need, we can explore these options for refactoring, renaming this project, something like that. But now what we are looking for is we want to go to the directory, right? So open in the Explorer. See, this is the open in option and this is the Explorer. So let's go to the Explorer. So I can see there is two projects already there. So from here also we can open in Eclipse. Sorry, we can open it in PyCharm. So let me show you one thing. Let me close this project. Okay, now our project is closed. Now I want to open this project in PyCharm. So I can right click on this and I can open it as a PyCharm Community Edition project. Cool. So yeah, this is one way. This is another way to open this project. Okay. So whatever project, if you maybe someday you open the PyCharm editor and you don't see this project, then that is how we can open this. Okay. And also we can come here and we can open it as well like this. If you come here, you can see this files and you can go to that particular directory and open the project. That is also fine. So by default, what PyCharm does is like it creates a main.py file where it is just a example file. So we can see this is, I know you are not able to understand, so I just will run this project. So how to run this code? To run this code, we need to click on this run main button. Okay, I mean this icon. And if I click on this, see, I can see hi PyCharm. So that means our configuration is correct and it is giving me correct output. Okay, and so next what we will do, I will close this file and I will create another new file here. So create a new file, I need to click on this, right click on this project, and then I get some options like file, directory, Python file. So I click on this file. Now what file I want to create? I want to create a Python file, right? So what will be our task? So this is a basics demo. right? Demo.py. So we can see this is a Python file got created here. So now we can explore some Python features, how Python works, what are the things we have here. So the first thing is like the variables. Okay. Now before variables, there are some more basic things like comments, but that is okay. First, let's explore what is variable and why I'm talking about variables, because variable is a like a container. Okay, like you want to store something in somewhere, so for that we need a box. Like let's say you have a water and you want to store it, so you will buy a bucket, right? So similar way, I have some value means some, maybe it is a numeric value like 5 6 7, might be it is a character like a b c d, or maybe it is a collection of character which we call as a string, maybe like, or a phrase, right? Like a complete phrase like my name Soumya. So that value I want to store somewhere. So how can I store it in programming, or how can I make this computer understand like, okay, I want to store this value somewhere and I want to get this value whenever I need it. Okay, it will store it for, it will not forget. Okay, whenever we will call that particular variable, or remember that particular variable, it will tell you, okay, I am giving you this value. So for doing this, we need a variable. So let's say I have a some names, students' names. Okay. So let's say names. This is a variable, not names. This is a single. I want to. I'm sorry. A variable cannot store multiple value. I mean, it can store, but it's. I mean, sorry. I mean, what I want to say, like right now, this is a variable. It can store only one value. But if you want to store multiple value, for that we have a different data type, because Python decides the data type. What is data type? I will tell you. Data type is a type of the variable. Means uh, what is like, let's say I want to store integer value. Integer means numeric, right? So for that, we have a different data type like int, okay, and or integer. Let's say, for example, we want to store a decimal value like 15.5. For that, we have another data type like float. Okay. Similar way, if you want to store a phrase or a name, for that we have another different data type. So it is called string. This is how we have lots of data type. It is not like three data types, but there are many more data types. There are some we can say like primitive data type, and there is another is like f I mean what you can say, the string or something somewhere, that was a user-defined data type. Okay, not user-defined, but yeah, uh, something I don't remember the name, but yeah. So in which we can store like list also another data type. Okay, so I will come to that later. Don't get confused. So name, in name I am storing a name. What is the name? Name is Rahul. Or yeah, Rahul is fine. So here I can see it's giving some arrow, right? So you might be thinking like it is an error, right? But it is not error, because it's saying 1 week warning. Okay, this is a very good feature of PyCharm. So let's hover over here and reformat it. Okay, now see our uh, it's saying right, no problem found. So this is how we can rectify our small mistakes. Okay, not errors but mistakes. Warnings or something like that, because it is not formatted well. So what is this line doing? So this line actually holding a value called Rahul, this name. So I can write here in the, so now I will introduce another thing, that is comments. So what is comments? Comments is something which will not get executed when you click on this run button. Okay, this will not be counted because this is commented, means this is ignored. Let's ignore it. Whatever writing here, this will be ignored simply. So name is a variable which is storing a value Rahul. Okay, now you will tell me one thing, like maybe you are thinking like why I am putting it double quote. Is it required? If I do not put the double quote, what will happen? So let's remove it. See, it is giving error because in Python, we need to put this value in a double quote or a single quote. Okay, so single quote is also fine. No problem will be there. Okay, we can do it. But it is not. I mean, there is no difference. Okay, we can do it. But in some places, you may be required to put single quote or double quote both. So in that time, we will be required. Okay, that will maybe we will see later, but as of now, we can think like okay, both will be fine. I mean, we can use single quote or double quote. So this is just a name, right? Now I will write here address. So this is address and um, typo. Okay, so okay, address. What is the typo? Right? So so address is like whatever something like it's let's say city called Surat and uh, Gujarat. Okay, just I'm writing something and I am printing uh, called like a print code something whatever print code is there. Okay, so this is the print code. So this is the address of someone. Okay, Surat, Gujarat, and this print code. Now you can see like it can store a phrase in this address variable. Okay, now how can I fetch this value? So I have defined two variable name and address, but but I mean there is not no data type defined. Okay, but whenever we will be executing in the runtime, it will decide which data type is holding. Okay, so first let's print the data type. So let's see what data type it's printing. And to print the data type, I need to introduce one function or method. It's called type. Okay, and print type address. So here both are storing, I mean, phrase and name, right? Name is also string. I mean, this is a string and this is also a string. So string means collection of characters. That's it. Now let's run it. Okay, you are saying like hi why it is printing hi PyCharm. I'm running this file, right? But no, here it's selected already selected as main. So I need to change it to edit configuration, and I need to do here like uh, okay, is it here? From here I can change it. Uh, so I need to change it here, right? Click on OK. Click on OK. So now it's got changed, right? Now if I click on this button, I can see it's saying like the type of this two variable is class str. So str stands for string. Okay, this is how it shows the output. So this is how I can you can see the what are the type of variable available. So let's say I want to store numeric. Okay, now how can I get the value? So here let me introduce another variable number. Okay, so this variable name can be anything. Okay, there is nothing like I have to use num. I can use A, B, C, anything. Okay, so let's introduce a number 50. This is a number, right? Now another let's create another variable. So uh, uh, digits or something D. Okay, and 5.8. This is another variable, right? But what is the difference between these two variables? Is this two same variable? No, these are not the two. I mean, data type of this variable not same. So how do I know it? So to know it, we need to print the type of these two variable. So one is type num, another print type D, because D, I mean just D. Okay, so let me run it. Now carefully see it. This is saying this num is a integer, right? It is short form is int, and this d is storing a decimal value 5.8. That is why it is showing float. Float means that's, I mean, decimal value. Whenever there is a decimal, but this is called float. Okay, in Python. So we have, so far we have seen three type of data types: one string, one integer, one other is float. Okay, now, I mean, I hope you have got understood these two data types. Now you are thinking like, how can I print this value, right? I mean, what? How can I fetch these values from this variable? So to do that, it is same, right? So just go here and print this value here again, or I can just comment it out. Okay, to comment out, like I have introduced this value, right? Hashtag has. If you put has, it will comment the values, right? So here, what I did, I just selected this particular section and used control and backslash. Oh no, this is not a backslash, this is a forward slash. So let me show that as well. Here, write it down as well. CTRL control plus backslash, this slash, and this is forward slash. Okay, now this is how we can, I mean, I'm covering this comment section like this way. Whenever we need it, there are different types of comments available here. This is a single line comments. Okay, there are also multi-line comments as well that I will show you later. I mean, little bit later. Okay, so here let me print the value quickly. Um, Simple, right? Rahul, Surat, Gujarat, 50 and 51 8. This is how we can print or fetch the value from these variables. Okay, so whenever we will print this, whenever we want to do it, we can do it. I mean, whenever we are printing this name, it will always print this Rahul. Now, can we update this variable value? I mean, right now it's storing Rahul. Can I store a different name, maybe something else in this name value? Yeah, we can do it. So how can I do it? So let's write name equals to and the new value, whatever the new value. Let's say I want to put Rajesh, right? Now if I print this, what will it print? So will it print Rahul or will it print Rajesh? Of course it will print Rajesh because we have redefined or reassigned this value, new value to this name variable. So we can see this, the name is currently Rajesh. So this variable is holding a new name called Rajesh. Okay, so this is about variable, and there are, I mean, this is, I mean, this is like a simple variables. Okay, there are more complex variable will be coming, so we'll be seeing it later. So one more thing I want to show you. Let me show you that first. A B C. Okay, equals to A is let's say um, Delhi 6 9. So what I did just, so what this sentence is doing, this sentence is like as for assigning multiple values to a to three different variables in single line. So this is also possible in Python. Okay, maybe in another programming language it is not possible, but in Python it is possible. That is why we like Python, because it's like it don't take much number of lines to write the same thing. In other programming language, maybe we have to use three separate lines, right? So here we can do it in the same line. So now here A is holding Delhi, B is holding 6, and C is holding 9. So how can I see it? Let's print it simply. Print A, print B, print C. Okay, so let's run this. So you can see it here, A, B, and C. This is how it got assigned. So this is how also whenever in future if you require, you can assign this value like this as well. Now let me introduce a new thing like multi-line comments. Okay, how can I do the multi-line comments? So this is like there is four lines like 21 to 24. So I want to do using multi-line comments or something like this. So how can I do it? I can use this uh, okay, these three what is this called? Uh, Quotes, right? Double quotes. So like this also we can comment it out. So this is called if you want to let's say there are around 50 lines of code. So what you can do, you can put like this two variable inside this whatever codes are there. This will be simply I mean commented out. Means it will this code will not be executed while running this complete file. Okay. So far what we learned. So far we have learned. Uh, we have learned like what is variable, right? We have learned how to assign value in variable of type int, float, and string, right? Also, we have learned about comments. So, in this video, we have learned these things, right? So, in the next video, I will be covering other things like in the whatever will be there. So I will be covering very basic thing, and this is not the end of this variable things. We will be maybe there are some other features also available. So those we will be covering in our next sessions. Okay, thank you.